All right. And before, no, actually, do we have any Lily?
Yeah.
Bring one of those pillars over here. We could use it to barricade the exit. You can push it out of the way later.
Okay. Lily.
Azul will kind of speak up and just say, "Why don't you just cast a hut in here?"
It's a ritual.
This is funnier.
Lily
Okay, sure it is.
is going to attempt to drag over a pillar that's large enough, or at least a couple of pieces that would be large enough to block off the area.
Lily, knock it off. She's joking with you.
I can do it. That's fine.
She,
Roll in athletics.
she's being,
Maybe not.
You're able to drag it very slowly, but it's going to be slow progress, and getting it through the passageways to get into the doorway, you're not sure you can actually fit it through there.
Silas
Meanwhile,
is going to
set
back
up
her
a-
on the edge.
I totally got this. Screw it. She's gonna
She's
go
going to
back.
gently back her on the edge, not even to do damage. You do realize she has magic, right?
I'm ritual casting alarm first for this entrance here. That way I can get mental ping in the event.
Yep.
And then hut.
Yep. And everybody, you will get the results of a long rest.
Yay. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to read.
And I'm also going to say that anything that would come back at dawn, you will have access to. So if it's like some of the charges that would come back at dawn,
I'm going
roll
to
how
read
many
that
charges.
book for a bit.
yep, you can go ahead and read the book for probably 2 hours before you have to sleep.
Does anyone want this cloak?
Looks be a bit dangerous. That's 15 hours at the moment. Silver.
Yep, 15 hours. Not enough yet, but alright, there it is.
No. No one wants the cloak.
Full
Alright,
feedback.
so
All
full
of the
heal,
feedback.
half hit die, right? And all spells.
Alright.
My god, all spells.
And Cassidy will get all of her spells back.
That's good.
And she will get all of her health back.
Oh my
And
god,
half
for long
hit
spells.
die. Okay.
For never spells!
Does anyone want this cloak?
Nah, you're good.
You're good.
It seems like a hazard.
I'm
It's-
tapped out.
It's a really nice cloak.
I'm tapped
It
out.
I didn't
I
hit
have no
Silas
faith.
at all with the lightning, right?
No.
No, I didn't. Okay. Because he's using the necklace, as I recall.
So
Falana, can you identify that other necklace?
I'm going to.
Awesome.
Can I read my book first? I kind of like my book. It's a fancy book.
What book did you
My
get?
spell book. That's my spell book. It's a fancy book.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, everyone's kind of ignoring that and waiting for you to look at those.
I'll identify it.
Alright, 1 second, please. The thing you identify is, oddly enough, called... Let me get to the page. Or fittingly enough called, a necklace of prayer beads. Who would have guessed? It is a wondrous item that does require attunement. However, to attune to it, you need to be a cleric, druid, or paladin. So very obviously it was not involved with the monks.
So it's for Lily?
Obviously.
Uh-huh.
This necklace has a number of magic beads. And this one in particular, you notice, has 6 of them. And there are 2 sets of them. The first 2, you identify as being able to be Okay, let me start over. You can use each bead on this to cast a spell as a bonus action. The spell that it can cast depends on what bead it is, and once you have used the magic from one of the beads, that particular bead cannot be used again until the next dawn. 2 of the beads allow you to cast Bless. The next 2 beads allow the cast of Cure Wounds at level 2 or Lesser Restoration. The final bead allows the casting of Greater Restoration, or the final 2 allow the casting of Greater Restoration.
Alright. Does Cassidy have any open slots?
I'm 90% sure she does.
Alright,
I
Falana's just
think
gonna...
like she's using 1 attunement slot.
Yeah, so does Falana. Falana's just gonna like raise it over Cassie's head. Be like, here, drop it down.
You're gonna
Just
explain
to
what
where
it does
you
before you do this?
Well, she'll drop it down to like where it lands on top of Cassie's head, not actually being worn. Be like, this might be useful for you. Just joking with her,
Yeah.
and then I'll explain details.
Okay.
Getting tired of your crap, Falana.
It's plenty of risk.
This is actually going to be really useful. It's just kind of strange that Yan T would have so much healing medicine. Am I the only one who thinks that's strange?
Not necessarily. Yanti still follow religion. It is safe to say that they would have clerics or healers also to help with their society.
And at
Just
this
like
point,
they
the
have
sword
young.
will cut in. That's only half true. They do have their own religion and their own clerics they follow, but their religion is, well, plain and simple evil. And their worshipping is mostly backstabbing and sacrifices and very little to do with healing.
So much like Lowell.
Somewhat.
Except with, less sacrifices and male slaves.
Perhaps it's a trophy.
That would sound reasonable. A trophy from a worthy cleric that they've taken down. This area
Or
doesn't seem to be, and you can kind of feel like the sword is looking at the wall of the particular room. This room does not appear to be a Yan Ti temple. I'm not actually sure what they'd be doing here.
if I remember right, didn't they say that this used to be a temple beforehand and they were building a monastery on top of it? It's possible that we're in the original temple right now.
Could I do a history stoneworking check?
You may.
History, stoneworking, what?
You have no clue how old this place is.
I think
Falana
it's older
could
than
probably-
me, maybe.
It's
Yeah,
it's
Falana,
probably older than
like-
you.
You know what? Can I history check to see if I might have heard something fairly during my lifetime?
I'll allow it. You don't know shit.
Will you let the man with many skills have a go at it?
Go ahead.
No.
Disadvantage. You're not in the area to give you
Well,
disadvantage, but even without it, it wouldn't matter.
I would like to point out that Lily knows the most about this building so far.
Well, Lily doesn't actually know about the building. She just knows from looking at it. She doesn't remember anything.
But, okay, Scarlet.
Yeah, screw it, why not?
Silas knows how to skin many different creatures into many different ways. Okay, he can't know everything.
Okay.
Silas is gonna. Go on.
I was gonna say no, but Lily was inside the hut, looking at the wall of the hut to determine the age of the temple outside.
All right.
Um,
And Azula's just gonna kind of lean back and relax more. I hope we're able to get everything taken care of. The amulet feels like it's trying to do weird things, but it just isn't doing enough.
Which
been
amulet?
pretty luck. You've had better luck with that amulet than Lily with that cloak of hers.
I'm
Well,
fine
at
with
least-
this cloak.
You were pushed into a wall.
Yeah, it's fun. Have you ever been pushed into a wall before?
I try to avoid it.
Yeah. Don't
He
knock
thinks
it till
every
you try
time
it.
I think every time she gets pushed into the wall, she loses a couple brain cells.
That's possible.
You know, it's probably better than getting slammed into the wall by an orc.
Slightly. Still hurts a little.
Oh, yeah, orc's definitely worst. Silas is gonna nudge Cassie. It's like, she's thanks for the heals earlier.
It's probably the best thing my magic is useful for. I've spent more time as a wolf than anything else, and I don't even feel like that's doing enough right now.
Well,
Where does a half werewolf live in the scrub in these parts?
You're gonna have to say that again because I missed part.
So there's someone going on in the background. Where does a half werewolf grow up in these parts then?
Hey, up north, really.
Hmm.
Away from most of the trouble. You must have seen while you were up there. There's anything that's an oddball or not welcome in most places is welcome up in the north.
I bet you wouldn't survive in a haven.
And she'll nod at that. She would agree. She would not survive there.
Haven's a sucky place, anyways.
I know. It was hard living nearby it in Ashton.
And Zool will kind of speak about this point. Yeah, most of those I knew back home wouldn't really do very well any place other than the north. I suppose a lot of the beast folk have been doing well. Well, never actually had a proper name for them, but they've been doing pretty well down here in the Elven lands, from what I've understood. But most of us just kind of had to take to ourselves.
Haven wasn't too bad, but when the invasion happened, after that,
Crisis brings about it brings out the best and the worst in people.
I know my parents changed a little after that. Not for the better.
everyone changed after that, especially those who fought.
And Azul's just kind of looking down at the side, and she seems a lot more somber than a normally playful attitude would be. But this area in particular has been kind of, yeah, she's still rattled from the dragon turtle.
Well, to be
Can
fair,
I? Is it clear that she's a bit?
It's very clear that she was scared of the dragon turtle.
You don't like
Had a few
turtles?
running. You've had a few
Or,
runs, Oxy.
I'm gonna say it's clear that she was scared more of the idea of fighting one. And that Crayton's or Silas's comment, she'll nod. They were rather common back home, and we've seen much larger than that one, and they could tear an entire town apart by themselves.
You're a lot stronger than you used to be.
Yes, and these were so powerful that even Arashi would need help to put one down. These things were incredibly mighty.
Yeah, but you just said this one's a little one.
This one is a little one, but you'll get the feeling more that she's thinking too much of the bigger ones and what they can do, and just not wanting to try with a smaller one.
Lily, I'll help you understand this. If a big snake bit you, it would hurt. It would hurt a lot. If a little snake bit you, it would still hurt.
It would hurt less, though.
Yes.
no, actually, it might hurt more. It depends on what struck.
Yeah, she's a bit of a fearless fool, but and Zil just kind of starts laughing.
Well, I'm just saying there was a passage up there, so we may have to go fight it eventually anyways.
If we don't find another way
Actually-
out, we're gonna have to go that way anyway. So, if we have to fight it, I prefer we could just get by it. But if it tries to attack us, I'll help you guys fight it.
Well, push comes to shove, I have an idea for game. A little tricky, but doable.
I have an idea, too. Don't stand in a line.
I have a better idea.
So do stand in a line?
No, it's an even better idea.
But
You'll
that
understand when we get there.
turtle, he can attack in a really wide area, but only in one direction. There's a lot of us. So if we spread out, worst case, he can only hurt one of us at a time. Well,
It's
They
probably
can smack us.
Yeah, not to mention he is fairly large, so, stepping on us could be, a viable tactic. Tactics, yeah, I can see. Alright, meanwhile, I have a question for Albus.
Yes.
We've encountered John T. He's encountered remains of Naga. What about Lamias?
Lamia. Well, that actually is an interesting question. Because, well, quite frankly, what you know as a Lami and what is known in this land are two very different creatures.
Oh?
Well, the Lamia that we have encountered in these lands are typically more in the more arid areas, and it's more of like a human or a lion centaur. Not a snake mean by any means.
Interesting.
Let me double check to make sure my things are accurate. Yeah, that sounds about right. Though, as I think about it, I believe some of the more powerful ones would be more snake-like, but that I don't know. There isn't a lot of arid environments in this world.
Oh, find a desert. I'm not far from the desert. I
Falana,
don't know this world fully.
do you have the map that we had previously? Can we take a look at that?
Alright, want me to move everyone to the roadmap?
Yeah, she can pull it out.
Alright, everyone to the roadmap.
She'll whip
No.
it out.
We are right about here,
Mm-hmm.
and there is
Being
a
the
marking
closest
over
thing
here.
you will... Yeah, there is. I'm going to say this as well. The closest thing you'd find to a desert would be down here near Daghelm.
Can you mark over there?
Yeah, over there. That's the closest you would find to a desert.
Wow. Okay.
And this is even full world, is it?
This is the known world. There might be more. It's actually almost guaranteed that there's more, but this is what is known.
So we are really close to one of those symbols over by Runeheim. It might be a good idea to
If by
after
close you mean about 150 miles.
about the same distance from the court city, right? Give or take.
I personally would prefer to go to the court city, if only because it is a capital city. I'm more likely to find information there.
Azul will kind of raise up Rand to cut it off. Actually, why not go to Runeheim instead? From what I heard, that's supposed to be like a magical academy, one of the best in the world.
It is?
Yeah, and Falana wouldn't know that.
Oh.
It's supposed to be like the head of, like where the count or the court city is like elf town capital. Runeheim is mage capital.
And I'm just thinking it might be a good idea to investigate that symbol over there next. You know, we're already over here. Any other attempt to get over here, we're just going to have to come this way again.
I have a feeling we're going to, because the symbol's there, we might be able to route a little bit better from Ashenport using the ley lines.
Well, Azul will raise her hand. Well, finding our way back if we don't know where the ley line is can be tricky, though. There might be one nearby that I could mark down and open up for us.
Possibly. It's just
Okay,
a matter of... God.
Yeah, I should still be able to open them up even without my key.
I mean, it just seems to make sense to me to cross one off our list, right?
Push comes to shove, I figure out the spell behind it, and I use the spell myself. Sure, there's a spell behind it that Arashi spell at one point that I could probably counteract.
Yeah,
Or
perhaps it's
duplicate.
And this was like she's trying to explain, but she has no idea how to explain.
And push him shove, I'll prove that I'm the better mage in the end of the day. Simple enough to do.
Very well. And back to the Undercave.
Whereabouts are we?
You should be down middle-ish. A little more to the right. Down middle right.
Okay. What do the rest of you think? Which direction do you think we should go next?
I believe Ashenport should be our next destination once we figure out how to cure Azul's poisoning issue. That way we can at least catch up and see what's going on with current events there. Then we could probably look back into hunting down those sigils again.
I don't think that would be a bad idea. Cassio saying Azul will agree with the caveat of just making sure they have a clear path back to this far so I don't have to spend like another 3 days traveling to get here.
Elana?
I say we could probably just go to the thing on the left around the academy, try and find that, and if we're lucky, we'll probably be able to find some way to maybe teleport back.
Why do we need to go to Ashenport again?
Check in, make sure everything's okay there.
Why
give
is
an update about Azul directly. That way we can ensure, because we only have one stone.
there's really? I mean, we can contact them. Chase has the other one,
Well-
right? We can just call them on the stone.
We have only one, and it's good for one time.
A day.
Per day.
Also-
In fact, we can call them right now. Why don't we call them right now?
I
Red
feel
message.
going
2 words or less.
to Ashenport would be better bet after we're done here, if only because we also need a full update as to what's going on.
Lily's gonna pull the stone out of the bag of holding. She is going to ask, "Is everything okay in Ashenport? Give us an update, please. Thank you."
That's
Signed,
Not a
Lily.
full update.
Yes,
You
there
know
were a
what,
lot
Lily?
of extra words in there.
I'm going to throw you into some water here in the near future. Would you be okay with that?
As long as I'm a druid of water at that point, yes.
You'll
Never gonna
probably
happen.
hear a response back maybe 5 minutes later. Things are doing okay now. Could be better, but we're surviving.
Yeah, see? Everything's fine.
Sounds good to me.
No need to waste any time to go to Ashenport. I mean, you're gonna find more information in Runeheim anyways.
Aren't we wasting more time by having to spend the time walking to to Runeheim instead of trying to find a wayline gate to Runeheim, which is probably there?
No. It's gonna take us like a day or two. It's not that much time.
All right, so out of character, just so I can explain this fully, the whole leyline system, it is fast travel, but it's a fast travel of the sort that in all but special cases, you need to find the gate in the actual world first before you can go through to the ley line.
Right.
So you're not going to, like, unless there's a very specific case where there's a reason why you're going to be able to just teleport to such and such a godly tower at the end of the world, you're going to have to go to this location first, find the leyline entrance, and do it.
You
And
can't just
actually,
yeah.
yeah. You currently have. I'm gonna say Azul did find one when you were up in the north. You also have one that's been opened up in Redwall Mountains, and you of course have the one at Gatesa.
Azul wasn't with us in the north, was she?
Wasn't she?
No.
she wasn't.
No.
No, yeah,
She
she
wasn't.
wasn't.
Shot.
She wasn't.
Granted,
Yeah, that's right.
Falana
So you don't have
is
one up in the north. Azul probably would have found one as she was looking around towards the island, but that one's probably not guaranteed to work yet because she did it without the tank being there.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
she wouldn't need the tank to be there, so there's definitely going to be one there.
So basically, we've got to open the gate before we can go through it. Otherwise,
Essentially, yes. You need to unlock the gate before you can use it.
we're just probably gonna kill ourselves.
Get horribly lost. You might end up in the flotsam and just get thrown out somewhere, and you don't know where you're going to get thrown out. Probably in the belly of a beast.
I mean,
Alright, if it's absolutely necessary, but we go straight back because, going to Ashenport with a hey, everything is resolved is completely unnecessary in the eyes of the noble, then fine, we'll go ahead and head to time.
Stop being a child.
I'm sorry, Silas. I didn't mean to be.
No, I'm talking to the elf.
Oh.
Decided not going back to Ashenport. We have a way to contact them.
They have a way to contact us.
Simple. You're wasting time and making us go back.
Tomorrow we can
Not
send a
necessarily.
message out to them saying that they should contact us immediately if there's any problems, but I think they already know that.
Do we have enough supplies to make it to Runeheim?
Lily
Yes.
checks the pack and we have like a month worth of rations.
Have
mean-
we been discussing
And
that?
you have excellent hunters
Hmm.
and everything else. You can survive out in the wilderness without a
Falana.
problem. Worst case scenario, Cassidy can provide good berries to keep the party alive.
Falana, you're making excuses.
Why don't you want to go to Runeheim?
No, I have no problem going there.
Well, it's
Why
further
Why
than
are you going against it so much?
I just wanted to check something out.
which
Worry about it.
What do you want to check out
then?
then? Like, what do you want to check into then?
I promised her I wouldn't discuss it, so
Well, if it's... Can you say who it is? If it's Chase, we can just send a message. She's got the other stone.
I just need to check something out on her physically.
Oh my. Okay. Well, unless that it's time dependent, which I would kind of hope it's not. I mean, we can go there after we check out Runeheim, can't we? She
That
will let us know if
makes-
there's a problem.
I'll just have to make some written notes about certain anatomy features here. Give me a moment. Just step out.
Hold
make
up.
some
Hold up.
notes about
Hold up. You can't step out of the hut or it goes away.
oh shit. Okay, in the morning she'll make notes about the Nagas and yeah, well, mostly the Nagas. The skeletal structure.
Well, the Nagas are obviously very different. The Naga themselves it's completely snake. The head of it is less serpentine and more like a human-ish head that you can tell, but all that's left is just the bone. So it appears to be a bone with a hinged jaw. It's like a snake with a misshapen head more than anything.
Yeah, sure. Well, she can still make notes. Basically compare the constrictor applies to both.
Yeah. So like she can take the notes on and everything else.
So yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, Silver, I tried to get rid of the cloak of displacement for you, but it seems no one wants it, so... I tried.
I mean, the cloak
Give
of
it to Cassidy
displacement
and then she'll
really
never
only
die.
works.
Well, she's
Cloak of
actually Cassidy
displacement
would be
really
more
only
like
works on somebody with high AC.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Cassidy might be willing to take it in general because it would be good for her because she has the lowest AC in the party.
And
Probably.
since it's a cloak, she probably can use it as a wolf.
I would say, yeah. As a cloak, she can use it as a wolf.
Excuse me. The problem is I don't really have anything to replace it.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
So, once we find something to replace it, then that might be an option.
Like, you have a lot of money, so once you have a chance to go shopping in Roomheim, I feel it's rather justifiable to say they're going to have an interesting assortment of items.
Cool.
Glamour to half plate. Glamour to half plate.
We have half plate with us. Maybe we could get someone to glamour it.
Hey, that'd be nice.
We'll find out what happens.
Can we... Does anyone else need to do anything for the long rest? Can we move on?
I think we're good to move on.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, so nothing will really happen throughout the night. The alarm does not get triggered at any point,
All right.
and you're free to just kind of head out and move on with your life after.
Alright, first priority. Coming up here to the skeleton. Making physical notes. So, would you say constrictor? Good to Elvis.
It would look more constrictor-like, yes. They do have, like, the way the bones are along the head, it almost looks like it has a cobra hood.
After Falana is finished investigating, Lily is going to separate the head from the body on each of these.
Zul will aid in that, and Cassie will kind of just keep looking around. And
Do their fangs show... Their fangs are venomous, correct?
yes,
Venom sacs will be deteriorated, however. Fangs themselves could be of use later.
Can we harvest anything off of them?
it doesn't look particular. Like, these ones in particular actually look like they've already been taken dry. There's nothing left of them. And the ones that you fought previously kind of got destroyed in the fight.
As Falana is investigating, can she look at these snakes too?
Yeah, she may. What's Alana's roll? That was. And what is that history roll from Alana?
It was to know about the building.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Lily's
Alright.
gonna investigate, but she ain't gonna get crap. Yes, Crayton, that's in the party loot.
Okay,
Salvage.
just
All
make sure.
5,000.
And that gem.
Mhm.
The gem wasn't identified.
Hmm.